Hey there and welcome to Fat Daniel's Barbecue. Today we're going to be cooking up a dessert on the barbecue, and it's one of Smokey Joe's favourites, Caribbean spiced pineapple rings. We're going to start by cutting off the tough outer skin from our pineapple. For this, I like to use a knife with a serrated edge, as I find it's much better at cutting through the tough skin. Cut from the top down to the bottom and work your way around the pineapple. Try to get all the eyes out if you can. A few left over won't hurt, but do try your best. Go around more than once if it's easier to do so. It probably saves a little of the waste that you'll get if you try cutting too much off too quickly. Well, that's not perfect, but it'll probably do. So let's get rid of the waste. And then we can turn the pineapple on its side and start cutting some slices. You want to cut slices between 1 and 2 centimeters thick. Ideally, you're looking for 8 good slices out of a pineapple. Well, with our pineapple sliced, we can discard the last of the waste, and then we need to cut out the core. For a smaller pineapple, you could probably use an apple corer for this, but as this is quite a large one, I'm going to use a pastry cutter. Simply position the cutter over the core of the pineapple and push it all the way through. Once you've done this for all your slices, pop out the core and put the pineapple rings into a large flat bottom dish. So with our pineapple all prepped, it's time to make a sweet spiced rub. For this, I'm going to need 4 tablespoons of dark brown sugar, a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, half a teaspoon of ground ginger, half a teaspoon of ground cloves, and half a teaspoon of ground nutmeg. Then we give it all a good mix. Next, we take our spice rub and sprinkle it generously all over our pineapple. Turn the pineapple so that you make sure all the surfaces get a good coating. And finally, what could be more Caribbean than a good splash of rum? You want to add about 4 tablespoons, but be as generous as you like. For some reason, people just don't seem to complain if you add a lot. Now, because the rum will have washed off some of the spice rub, I'm just going to top up and make sure that everything is nicely covered. All that remains now is to pop this in the fridge and leave it overnight. We'll then give everything a good turn and mix up in the morning, and then we'll cook in the afternoon. Right, well here you can see the pineapple after it's been marinating for 24 hours. We turned it after it had been marinating overnight, and it has to be said, I think it's looking pretty spectacular. Smells amazing too. So all that we need to do now is get this on the barbecue. So, as you can see, I'm cooking using the direct method on a charcoal barbecue. The coals have been allowed to die down to a nice medium-low heat, and I'm just going to pop these on and leave them be. Cooking time is about 5 minutes aside, but keep a good eye on them, because with all that sugar that we've used in the spice rub, you don't want them to burn. So, after 5 minutes on each side, these are looking pretty damn good. So, let's take them off the barbecue and serve up. I'm just going to serve this with some vanilla ice cream, but you could use coconut ice cream, whipped cream, double cream, clotted cream, whatever takes your fancy really. But before it's ready to serve, we need to spoon over some of those marinating juices. And now I'm going to need a spoon in order to taste this. Hold on, I'll be back in a mo. Well, I guess if you snooze, you lose. I did say it was one of Smokey Joe's favourites. And from the look on her face, that looks to be pretty good. Right, well I'm going to go now and get myself some pineapple whilst there's still some to be had. I hope you enjoy it if you give this a go, and we'll see you next time at fatdaniels.co.uk. Good food, good times. Fat Daniels.